move makers? My name is Moriah and you are tuning into my channel, Making Moves with Moriah. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm a regional flight attendant and today I'm showing y'all my 5-day trip. There was a lot going on earlier today, so I wasn't able to do my intro back at my house, but I'm doing it here currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today I had 3 legs, technically 2, because I had a deadhead this morning from Atlanta to Raleigh, North Carolina, and then I worked a flight from Raleigh to JFK, New York, and then of course from there to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I was able to work the forward today, which I was really excited about. I personally like working the forward, but I mean, the back isn't bad either, but it's just like, I don't know, I like pouring drinks and stuff like that. We didn't have any issues, thank goodness, no delays, nothing like that. But I was definitely getting tired once we got to our 3rd leg, our final leg. I was just really tired. I was ready to go, but I was like, you know what? It's the last leg, so let's just power through. And so, of course, again, I'm doing first class service, and there was this guy sitting in the very first row, and he was just like, you're doing such a great job. Like, you're doing a really, really, really good job. And I was just like, oh, like, I appreciate stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm still like relatively new. So I just like really appreciated that. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was just like, yeah, like, have you ever thought about going mainline? I think it would be really good going mainline. I'm like, yes. Now, don't get me wrong. I do love regional, but something with mainline, like being able to really go international, and being able to go on the West Coast and stuff like that. Like, that's just something I want to do. Like, I want to be able to go to more destinations, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with regional. Like, it's a great stepping stone, but mainline is something very interesting. So that just really helped. Like, I just felt like that just gave me like an extra boost in my confidence. So I just really appreciated that. And I'm just like, okay, like, hopefully we can just see something in the future about mainline. But other than that, you guys, everything was really cool. I'm about to go ahead and just relax, chill, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have an early van. Thank goodness. My van is like at like 12:50, which is perfect. I'm gonna literally wake up, get some breakfast, go back to sleep. But until then, guys, I will see y'all in the morning. What's going on, move makers? Today is day 2 of my 5-day trip. Today I actually have 4 legs. I don't know why I thought I had 5, but I actually have 4. All right, so I'm going from Charlotte to JFK, New York, then from JFK, New York to Pittsburgh, from Pittsburgh to back to JFK, New York, and then I'm going from there to Portland, Maine. So I'm gonna have a layover there, but we're probably not gonna get there till like 10, 11. Yesterday I worked the forward, so today I should be working the aft. We try to switch it up day by day so that, you know, it's different. Not everybody's doing the same thing. We just gonna see how today goes. I know I used to say like, oh yeah, like everything's gonna be smooth. I hope everything, Nope, not even gonna do that anymore. I just, however it goes is gonna go, because you just never know what can really happen. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up and get to this van. I think it's like a 12:50 van. It's about 12:30, so I like to be a little early just in case. Now you never know. So I will see y'all in Portland, Maine. What's up, you guys? I have made it to JFK, New York. So we're getting ready for this flight to going to Pittsburgh. There's literally nobody on this flight. There's only like 12 people. So that's gonna be really cool. Service is gonna be really easy. So I'm excited to get it done. I will see y'all once I get to Maine, right? Portland, Maine. See you there. All right, you guys, I hope you can hear me because I know the AC and stuff is blowing, so it might be kind of difficult to hear me, but I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I can't say that state right. It's Pittsburgh, okay? I'm in Pittsburgh. So we're getting ready for our flight going back to JFK, New York, and it's not a lot of people. Again, it's probably like 13, 12 maybe people on this flight, which is good. I mean, it's really nice. The last leg that I have going back from JFK to Portland, Maine. Portland? Yeah, Portland. I keep forgetting that I'm going to Portland. That is supposed to be a full flight. So, yeah. So a lot of work on the very last leg. But at least we kind of get to rest in between, I guess. So I will see y'all when I get there. But I'm ready to get there. What's going on, move makers? Oh my goodness, last night I was dead tired. Like, I don't know what it was about yesterday, but like me and my flying partner were both just so tired, and he's been doing this way longer than me. So I was just like, I don't know what was going on, but it was just time to go. Usually when we get to the hotel, we're like, oh, have a nice night, good night, good night. Child, everybody grab their luggage, bye. Like, we were gone, okay? It was just like an exhausting day. I don't know what it was, but let me tell y'all something. Okay, there's two things. Okay, one, so I actually got an email talking about how they found my luggage. So I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, I thought it was like a goner, especially like, you know, I already got my IDs back. I got my, I got my IDs, my passport and everything. So I essentially don't need the bag back, but I would like my bag back because now that luggage and stuff like that, like there's already been a shortage, so they don't have that lunch bag anymore right now. So if I can get that back and I don't have to pay full price for another one, like, let me get that back. So I'm really excited. I'm supposed to get it back next week, so hopefully it's like my actual bag and not somebody else's, but it should really be mine. And I'll be able to have my food prep, and I can show y'all like exactly how I'll be meal prepping my food for the week, because it was just so helpful. And now that I don't have a bag, it's really hard, but I'm gonna show y'all what I be doing. Second, oh my goodness, I wish I had my camera on when this happened, but basically I am no longer having a 5-day trip. Today is go home day, so I'm going home, and I'm like very surprised, and I only have one leg. So I'm leaving from Portland, Maine, and then going to LaGuardia, New York, and then I just deadhead from LaGuardia back to Atlanta, and that's it. So I'm just like, wow. Like, and it was funny because I was just talking to my boyfriend, and I was like, dang, like I'm ready to go home already. But I was just like, you know, I'm sticking out. That means 5 days, you can do it. But I mean, if I can go home early, let's do it. What's going on, move makers? Tonight was kind of crazy because I was waiting for the flight to go to LaGuardia, and I noticed a little boy was walking around, and I wasn't quite sure. Like, I was okay, wait, where was his parents? It didn't seem like he had anybody really with him. And so I was just observing because I didn't want to just jump in and then like his parents come and like, oh, hey, that's my kid. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. So I was just observing, and then I was just like, no, something just isn't right. And it was really in that moment, it's like you made eye contact, and he was walking towards me and I was walking towards him. And I was just like, hey, I feel like, is everything okay? And he didn't speak much English, so it was hard for him to tell me exactly everything that was going on. But he was saying that he just left from the flight and he doesn't know where to go. And I was just like, whoa, hold on. Like, red flag. This is an unaccompanied minor, in which those people who are very young and they fly by themselves, like, we have paperwork and everything, there's procedures for that. So we make sure that they get to whatever destination safely. So I was just like, where is the flight attendant? Like, the flight attendant is supposed to walk with you, make sure you're with the gate agent, all types of stuff. And I just didn't really understand. So I was like, okay, sweetheart, come with me. And so I took him and we went to the gate agent, and I was telling her the whole situation. The gate agent was freaking out, as we all are, because we're just like, how did he get off the plane by himself without the flight attendant walking with him to make sure that he was okay? So she got the situation figured out, because we had to start boarding the flight so that we can do our pre-flight and everything, so we can get ready for our flight. Then we saw the flight crew where the little boy was actually on the aircraft with, and we're like, hey, like, you forgot about him. And they were like, no, like, he wasn't listed as an unaccompanied minor. And I'm just like, what? So I'm not quite sure what happened with his paperwork and why he wasn't listed as such, but he was definitely a minor flying by himself. So he was absolutely a UM that needed that type of attention. I'm so glad the situation worked out, and I hope that the little boy got to where he needed to be. I would just say, like, becoming a flight attendant, just stay observant, because you never know, situations like that can happen, and you don't want somebody missing in a whole airport, or, you know, especially if that UM was on your plane, that can really be your job, because you have to make sure you follow procedures, and if you don't, like, that's unexcusable. I'll also explain real quick why my trip was cut down to 3 days, because I was called onto a trip as being on reserve, and because I think the girl had, I think she wasn't feeling too well or something like that, so I just filled in for her. So completed those 3 days, and then the girl had called crew scheduling to let them know that she felt much better and that she could continue on that trip. So that means that I will be taking off the trip and she will finish that trip. I know some of y'all are like, what? But that's just how the ball rolls as a flight attendant being on reserve. Thank you so much though for tuning into this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you also follow my social media. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. Always remember, when you make a move, make sure it's for you. I will see y'all next time.